Today it's my pleasure to invite from 东华大学, 爱群副教授. Professor Ye, are you online?
Oh, hello, everybody. Am I audible?
Yep, pretty good.
Okay. Well, I just realized my background. That's hard to change it.
We can turn up the volume here. It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I changed my background. I don't know. Look at this messy room.
Is the background your university?
Yes.
Beautiful. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Professor. All right, Jeffrey, just remind me about the Google Meet. Even though I'm pretty sure, but I have a second thought. Maybe it will be break later. Well, anyway, if the Google Meet cannot last for 3 hours, we'll just come back again. I think we can redo it again. All right, if we are kicked out after 2 hours or 3, and we can just usually come in again. All right. Okay. Today we're gonna have something interesting, and the works are from you. Like the group 1, you're doing civics, and the group 2 counseling, and the group 3 PE and health education. All right. Before we're going to your B2 issues, I want to talk about something that you already did. All right. And try to link all this to help you and your student to get the English proficiency level up. Okay. Right. And before we get into your resources, I want to share this with you. I don't know if you know this website. Any of you know this website? Any of you?
Anybody seen this before?
No. Yes or no? Doesn't look like, huh?
No.
Everybody. Okay, good. Jeffrey didn't show you this. Jeffrey, you can never show them before I talk to your student, okay?
No problem. That's yours.
No, it's not mine. It's an open resource. I just want to save some content for my talk. That's it. Okay, so this is a bilingual website for all the curriculum from the MOE. So you see, this is the general guidelines. And if you click it, you have this in Chinese and in English. Okay, so this is very useful. And how do you access this website? That's easy. You just key in this translation project, this translation. Okay. 音译进化, 领纲音译计划. Okay, everybody now please try on your mobile or your pad to see if you can get this website. Jeffrey, remember, if you want to invite me for your class, don't show this to them before me.
I will remember that.
Yeah, we need to remind each other about this.
You can not share my 吸起来很好 eat. No, you're welcome to use that.
Oh, so funny. Okay, 好, everybody gets it? So remember the keywords. 要记得，你如果以后不知道这个网页在哪里，你只要把领纲音译、课纲音译OK 这些 keywords 你找到就好了 OK So here this is about the project. Well, that's fine. We don't need to know that. But what we need to know now is here. The first thing that's as you are required to have a lot of keywords or the list of the vocabulary. Don't translate them by yourself. Don't Google it. Don't do any translation. You can just always come here. All right, now let's have a look at any of the file here. So here is the curriculum guideline for the keywords. You see with all this. Okay, if you can follow, you can also click the PDF file so you can read better. Okay, so you see those are really helpful, especially for your exams. 校真的时候, okay, for your 校真, all these words need to be in your mind. Okay, doesn't matter which subject you're focusing on, your measuring, then all this can definitely help. Okay, and all this are the general terms that you need to know. Okay, and also those can help you to speak better as a professional. Okay, so now what you will need to do is, according to the requirement of the B2 proficiency, okay, you better start working on this. Just like talk to yourself. Curriculum guideline, curriculum guideline, curriculum guideline, curriculum guideline. You read it and print this in your mind. The guideline of what? Of 12-year basic education. Of 12 years basic education. Just like you use the chunks to repeat the terms or phrases. That definitely will help you. So now I'm doing this. This is something you need to learn, the linking sound and chunking. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that later. So you start with the terms that you have to know as a bilingual teacher. Okay, now here, this is the first file, right? Then, sorry. Okay, here. All right, then this is the old curriculum, but that's fine. If you want to have it, that's fine. Okay, and that's another one, 综合领域 interactive activities. The class is called integrated activities. So this is the terms. And those can be found in your textbook. Definitely, you can find them in your textbook. Okay, and what I mean, it means that we need to make the student learn this before they graduate. So you don't need to worry what kind of vocabulary you need to teach your student. We have this from the MOE, and we have the list. This is only 4 pages for this subject, integrated activities. So those are the required. Well, if it's listed here, well, we can say it's required. Okay, and you don't need to worry if they don't know other words or not. You need to worry if they know this words or not. Okay, so we just come back here. So this is for the keywords for what? For general use, but I don't know why they have this one here. Maybe the wrong place. Well, anyway, okay, now here we just go back to this one. This is for the keywords. All right, now we go into the domains. Yeah, we only have 3. Yeah, three. One is civic, one is P&A, health education, the other one, counseling. Okay, right. Then we just go for that. Look for the junior highs, okay, and social studies, science, out here, PE. All right, we're just getting to PE first. You see the whole thing, complete 86, the whole copy, the complete 86 pages. So you can check this one along with your Chinese version. Why do you need to do that? Because I will show you something really, where is it? I think it's here. Yeah, something here. I don't know why they cannot have the Roman. I don't know. It's called the Roman numbers. I don't know why it cannot be shown. So you definitely, okay. Stage 3 is already here. I don't know why, but some of the number items cannot be shown. So you need to have this one along with your Chinese version, so you know what exactly it is about. Okay, and here exactly the same thing like what you already know in your Chinese version. Okay, and let's go down to the performance. Those are the content, subject content. Oh, they already changed it. Good. Before, like even last year, this is like tiny symbols. Okay, maybe they have this version updated. I don't know. That's good. Okay, so you can just copy this one onto your lesson plan. If you are required to write a lesson plan in English version, this is a very, very good resource. Okay, and I know most of you, all of you just get the lesson plan from the Chinese version of the Chinese version, but that's fine. Well, sooner or later, you'll need to write your own lesson plans. So this is for PE, the complete copy for the PE. Then let's have, sorry, I kept closing. Too many windows. All right, and the next one is counseling. Where is counseling? Oh, this is. Oh no, it's not for you. This is for special education. What's the other? Counseling and what? Civics. Okay, civics is social studies. I think I just passed it. Social studies. Where are you? Okay, here. Social studies. Then you have all this for your reference. Okay, so that's easy and simple. You don't need to do any translation for anything. You just need to know where to find this website. And I already told you how to Google it. That's easy, right? The keywords, 课纲、领纲、音译. That's it. Okay, so this is something that you need to bear in mind, and especially when you want to have lesson plan competition, bilingual, I mean, or even English only. Well, you're not English teacher, but that's fine. But maybe some of you will be like double major. So you one day maybe you will become an English teacher, and you will need to use this as an English only in your class, and that is a good, very good companion for your class. All right, now here, let's get back here. All right, those files I uploaded here are from you. You did some comments for those lesson plans. That's cool, very, very cool. I like it. I always ask my students to do that as well, but I never ask them to do a PowerPoint presentation like that. It's always like the discussion. Yeah, because I don't want the student to show this in black and white, just like they are criticizing something. This is a good idea. Like Jeffrey did. This is a good idea. We have the resources. We compare different lesson plans, the pros and cons on PPT. So the student will just have the comparison in a very healthy way. Okay, so here, I want to ask you about bilingual. Here, this is group A, group 1, group A, I think it's group 1, group A. Group A's resource. Let me ask you here about 性别平等教育议题融入英语科目. So basically, this is an English class, right? Group 1 or group A? Group 1. Group 1 or group A? Tell me, this is an English class, right? And you have this one for your bilingual class. Why? Okay, this is the first question I ask you. Now here, again, here is your another material. And you say here, this is the bilingual digital lesson plan. I know this one because this is developed from a digital learning project. all the teachers from this project are pre-service teachers, just like you guys. They only teach kids online for certain days. So that's why it's called 数位教学, digital learning, digital teaching. Okay, and with the name of bilingual here, they have bilingual mother language and bilingual English. Bilingual local, I mean, the mother tongue is Hakka, and the indigenous and the new languages, just like Vietnamese or Indonesian, because we have the new immigrants, the new generation from those immigrated or the intermarriage families. Okay, so all this can be called bilingual. Why? Why? Can anybody tell me why? Why bilingual English? If you can tell me the reason why, then you also answer me the question I just asked you. Why you have this one? This is for English. The subject is English. It's not for social studies. It's not for civics. But you are a pre-service student for specific subject for civics, right? And another one is 综合. Okay, 综合 is what exactly the unit shows. Gender. Okay, and for others, it's about the topic integrated. Okay, like this one. Oh, sorry, it's in blue. This one is English with the idea of gender equality. Okay, now it's my question again. Think about the subject course. 课程本位，领域核心. Think about it. What is your focus? Are you doing English teaching or civics? This, as you say, civics teaching. Which one? Which one? Jeffrey, can you help? I hardly can hear their answer.
Sorry, we turned off the microphone. So,
oh, that's why I cannot hear them. Okay, so now here. Yeah, it's a very interesting resource that you uploaded for the class. I'm so happy to see this. And this is a very good start to talk about the subject course. So you see here, the talk today is about the core subject. So what is the subject you are doing, you are working now? It's English, or it's civics, or it's interactive activity.
Civics.
Which one?
Civics.
Civics, right?
Yes.
Right. So you will need to check the resources, the lesson plans from civics. And of course, you can have a lot, like similar like this one for English classes, and this is for integrated, right? That is very good. You can have a lot of resources from different angles, but your core is civics. Then you need to check here, right? Doesn't matter if it's in English or in Chinese. You need to check your curriculum guidelines when you start writing the lesson plans. You're not writing yet, of course, but what I'm doing now is to remind you. You need to know what is your core. So your core is civics. All right, and we can just have other ideas from other subject teachers to help us run the class smoothly. Especially now we want to encourage the interaction in class. All right, then this is very good start. All right, and now the second group is about counseling. And I didn't have much from your work, but this one can work already because you have this one in your PowerPoint. Okay, here. This is from counseling. Right, so this is right to the core. They look for this lesson plan and it's about emotion and moods. Yes. And then here, what you need to check is if this, the learning performance and learning contents go with the curriculum guideline. Then you need to look for the subjects here. I think you definitely know it. But with the bilingual classes, some students might forget about that because of this. The readiness for English. So some teachers, not only pre-service teachers like you, some teachers definitely will just direct their lesson planning toward English readiness. That is not a good sign. Okay, you're not teaching English, you're teaching the subject. Okay, so this is a very good example of the lesson planning. The teacher just focused on the subject course. They didn't really cite in, oh, you know why I say in means English, in the performance or the contents from English subject, the English classes. But some, if you look for more bilingual class lesson plans, you might see a lot of teachers say in here. So they want to encourage the student to learn more English. So they include the contents and include the English performance in their lesson planning. But as smart as you are, you know this is not a proper place. This is not a proper place. Okay, but well, let me get back to this English. Look here. This is for English. So they have this is for the content and the performance are for English, the subject of English. They can do that. Why? Because this is for English class. This is for English class. Okay? And they have this, you see, in here. Okay, you see what I mean now? Okay, and group 3, that's your PE. And this is a published one. Of course, they will be very careful about writing everything. Okay, just let it run. All right, this is from Hanling, the published. So the bilingual into PE education. So it's about the COVID. Okay, you have the topic about COVID, and COVID is a really, really good example for bilingual because everything you can find online can be bilingual because this is a world topic. Okay, and here, this is about the core competencies. No problem. And here you see, no English here. No English here. That's just perfect example. Writing a lesson plan is about the core. Imagine I'm teaching Chinese. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm teaching PE in Chinese. Do I need to include Chinese curriculum? Do I need to include Chinese learning content or students' learning performance into the lesson plans? No, right? We'll never do that. But why? Why do we need to include English into bilingual lesson plans? Just because we use some of the English, sometimes we will use English in the class. Okay, so you see my logic now? All right, so those materials you chose basically for the subject content and for the course are okay because they are really true to their subject. Okay, especially in this one, this is for English. Definitely, that's for English, but with the topic of gender equality. And this one as well. English classes, but with the topic of gender equality. English is a very interesting topic. It's just like Chinese. We learn everything through different topics. When the language level is in certain level, I would say. So they can start working with topics. That's why for English lesson plans, you'll see a lot of related topic with your chosen majors. It can be PE, it can be counseling in an English class. Definitely you can. So don't misunderstand those lesson plans. And you just copy English curriculum guideline or English subject content into your lesson plans. If you really need to write a lesson plan, just remember this. Any idea so far? Any other idea so far? Any question? Any?
Seems no question so far.
So far?
Very clear.
Okay, good. All right. Do you have any idea about how to include the content or learning performance before I talk to you? Because I don't know what Jeffrey already told you.
I told them don't write lesson plans.
So they never think about the content or performance, where to copy, right?
No, I just asked them to connect it to the textbook directly.
Okay, right. Okay, then that is a good start. So whenever we have the textbook, you definitely need to look for this. Yeah, definitely. It doesn't matter the Chinese or English versions. You definitely need to check those guidelines that you can Google from. Okay, and now the next is about your comments of the materials. Okay, I read yours and your comments. Mostly your comments are about the activities. Oh, this is activities are really good to do for student to blah blah blah. Oh, these activities are really good, but apart from that, there's something very very important. Is the logic. Okay, are they continuously or are they smoothly? Are they logically connected? Or the teacher just want to run the class page by page according to the textbooks. Maybe you find the problem already. Some of the textbooks are not really connected well with the content knowledge. It's like everything everywhere and merged into different pages. Okay, and now it's your time to make all these pages in a logical flow. That's why we need lesson plans. If we do the lessons page by page with the textbook, of course, and it will be like broken pieces. Okay. That's also, I say, that's also the reason why we need to write a lesson plan. Well, if we have the textbook already, why do we need to write a lesson plan? The publisher already planned everything. Why do we need write another plan? Now, you know the reason why. Because you are better. You are better than the publisher because you know the student. You know what are missing. You know what their prior knowledge is. Okay, you know what they need. So the lesson plan is not to plan page by page. It's to be planned for your student. All right, you are the bridge between the student's knowledge, the mind, and the brain, or the understanding, and the textbook. You are the bridge. And also your PowerPoint, okay, your resources. Some of your resources are the PowerPoint from some teachers. The PowerPoint is not only the PowerPoint from the publisher. Well, of course, publisher offer a lot of resources for you. But are they just perfect for you, especially for the bilingual ones? Maybe not. Okay, if the Chinese version of the textbooks is already in broken pieces, then imagine if you want to run this in bilingual, in 2 languages. Definitely, there are a lot of broken pieces as well. Okay, then if you do page by page, well, of course, you can finish your class on time, but we don't know if the student can definitely get what you want to teach. Okay, so now I want to show you this. I just want to check if you can see and hear the clip. Okay, can you hear it? Can you?
Yes.
Yes, can you hear this? You can hear. Okay, so that's the right mode. All right, now here, this is the first example I want to show you because for your bilingual classes, you can go page by page. Okay, you go page by page and you just do 2 languages whenever you think that there must be. And the other one will be another style. Okay, so this is 2 style of the teaching material. I chose this one because none of you are doing music. So nobody is professional here. Okay, so everybody is just here to tell me how you see this 2. Okay, this is the first one. Okay, now everybody, how do you think? How do you think? You can talk, you can discuss within your groups. Okay, and you can just let me know what you are thinking by clicking this one. Okay, sorry, not by clicking. By scanning this QR code and just show me your ideas underneath your group category. You scan and check if you are with me.
Professor, we still see the piano.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
You guys are already in your group, right?
Yeah, you already know this link, right? Or you didn't share it yet?
I will share it in our line group, so if they can't scan, they can still.
That's the same place.
So should we take some time for them to discuss in the group?
Yes.
They put their comment under their group number?
Under their group category, yes. And you know how to do it? Just plus, and then just key in whichever you want to tell me. Okay? In the subject, because we have larger font for the subject. Okay, please.
You guys know what to do?
Can you show the QR code?
Plus.
In the line group.
来，大家我们按一个加号，你就会看到这一个，然后在主旨这里打你想要说的，然后按 publish 就好了。哎，你们应该是发布、发送、送出，反正就是你看得懂的 ，OK？Right。
我觉得他要表现就是一个优美的旋律，需要很多的组成。角色是小米还是现在的历史？
Okay, you don't need to tell me right now. I will just continue playing, and maybe you will have more ideas about the material and about the class. Imagine this is a class. Okay, so now I will continue playing it. Okay, now everybody, if this is a material and this is something the teacher, if the teacher wants to teach the student, what do you think the teacher wants to teach?
Skills. Why will the teacher show this video? What kind of things do they want the students to learn?
What do you think the teacher wants the student to learn if the teacher shows show the student this? And trying to analyze the materials, here is one part here. You see the green? The green bar?
Yes.
Okay, and you see the notes dropping, right? And also you see the piano keys, and you see the numbers of the corresponding keys. What do you think that the teacher wants to teach? Okay, and group 2 give us a very good analysis. I didn't say this is the correct or perfect answer. This is just open, definitely open. We can have a lot of different ideas about the bilingual classes. Yeah. 可以用中文. You see, group 2 already posted in Chinese.
我先回答，就是不同的数字代表是一定的。
Say it louder.
Oh,
But we can take this.
Oh, I think she wants to hear. We have someone who wants to answer.
不同的数字代表不同的意义。
Yeah, you just tell me. You just post it here. Just post it. Yeah, just post it. You see, group 2 already have the posted idea here, and group 2 you can continue have more. 没关系 if you have more than one idea, you just keep uploading. 不会只有一个答案的，因为它有太多可以讲。OK？
这七月的感觉。我觉得第二种答案蛮好的。
我自己的觉得隐喻就是刚刚我跟你讲，你看了这个隐喻，你觉得不懂。
然后说明那个
有点像是刚才那个，我们即使看着时代。
Can you show us the piano one more time? I think some of them are struggling with the idea.
Okay, I will continue playing. One question. Are you happy to read this?
Like looking at this?
To read this material or to see this visually.
We have no comment from one person and from two people, no comment. They don't want to say bad things about it.
Group, you see here, group 1 has no comments, but group 2 and group 3. Group 2 says, yeah, we need to have group 3. Oh, it's gone. I thought it's gone again. Yeah, group 2 says we need to have the major and the minor. The major is subject and the minor is the language. That's very good. That's a very good idea of bilingual education. Okay, and then here group 3 said, I really don't know what exactly it's about. I need to learn. I need to have the content knowledge. I need to have the subject skills. And how about group 1? Yeah, and now everybody, just let me know. Are you happy with this? If you are a student, you want to read this for your class, in your class? And actually, to be honest, I feel dizzy. I really want to to watch it. It doesn't mean a lot to me. Okay, group 2, another. They did. 桃红色要常出现，双语课中要多题。他们有啊 ，You see one in this. Okay, 他们有颜色啊 ，but I don't know the logic of the color coding. I really don't know here. Maybe it's the note. Maybe the color is for the notes. I really don't know. Yeah. Okay, group 1. Learn how to play this song on the app. Music appreciation is the right song. Okay, so this is for group 1. So do you think this is the purpose? Okay, now. No comment from me now. I will talk about that later because I want to show you another one. Okay, I want to show you another one. And do the same thing. And you watch the clip. And then just let me know how you think about it. Okay? And I will switch. Okay. Can you see this clip? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, let's go. Can you hear it?
Yes.
All right, now let's start again. Okay, now. Do you want to continue watching it? Do you? Yeah,
funny.
why?
Like a story.
You see the differences? You see the differences of these two different ways of teaching, two different ways of applying the materials? All right, let's continue. How about now? You want to continue? Yes, right? So this is something I just say the class need to be logically, smoothly connected. All right. Okay, right. How do you think? How do you think? This is something I definitely want you to see. Okay, now please just 彩色的音下掉下来那个学音乐。Group D 2. Right, 好。Now 现在 everybody now please just let me know how do you feel about the second clip.
Type in pattern, right?
Yeah. 应该是你写的东西。Number is about life. On the ideas of fate. It's not the music. It's about life. Fate.
They're interpreting.
Oh, so funny. Yeah, please.
要跟教育会，要跟教育教检讨论，没有像这样子是没有
Remember, there's no bad answer. Just what you feel.
我觉得就是声跟视觉的双重性，因为他们那个我认为真的，如果他都
要登录，要登录吗？对了，要登录 Google 账号。是我登吗？
他会跑到网课来说，他怎么跑到上面去？
哎，可以。I don't know why.
Internet. The typer.
对。
How long would it stay?
Baby，
因为他两个人一个自己，一个自己。而且可以走到结尾。所以这种加入一个竞争。对，所以
是要打公民党。
是这样吗？
You done? If they are done, just let me know.
Who's done? Still typing.
Yeah, I know. I saw here. They're still struggling, showing. Okay. All right, nothing here. Oh, so lovely. I love your notes. Okay, here. This is what your first reaction, right? And now what I want you to do is compare these two clips. Imagine each clip is the effect of a class. The first one is a class, and the second one is another class. What is the core of each class? The core, the message delivered from the first clip is about, okay, you need to think about these two different classes, okay? The first one wants to deliver something, and the second one wants to deliver something. What is the core that the teacher wants the student to learn? These two are totally different. They use different strategies. Okay? Both are good for a class. But they need to fit in the core. Okay, what core do you think each clip presents?
Professor, for example, the piano, it could be teaching the skill of playing the piano. Is that the kind of core you are?
Yes, the first one might be the drilling, right? This repetition is rote memory or the skills drilling. And the second one is more holistic.
So they should write another post on Padlet?
Yes, another one, but you need to let me just do another one. Okay, so just okay, I will just get another one. Okay, G1 here.
Let's see the new columns.
Okay, this is another one. I will move B2 to the last. So this is your first reaction, and this is the second. We analyze how this class is about. What kind of skills, what kind of content, what kind of performance you think that class can achieve. Okay, time for you to think about it and discuss it and post it.
放在前面。那就是它是共同的东西，但是它有个共同的点在哪里？就是那段旋律，但是它表达一个是他们的主，一个是整体的节奏感，一个像。
Done? Done your discussion? Oh, Jeffrey, could you turn on the mic? I want to hear the noise.
Sorry about that. Yeah, microphone is on. Now they're quiet.
You know, as a teacher, really want to hear the noise of the discussion.
Yeah, it's true. Guys.
Afraid of being quiet.
他说
那个
第一个是就是它的组合性，它是看得出来它是不同的组合在一起，不同的东西组合在一起，它是有很多不同的游戏。它只有很多是有许多不同的元素组合在一起，把那些组合都分开的表现，就是用不同的颜色来一路现在看我的手跟着同在一起，对，那一路的分别锁住，然后第二个让是你按它不会让它移动，就是很清楚的展现这个音乐的节奏感。就是它是强烈的，然后变成纯粹的动画节奏感。第一个是
种菜的那个，
不能再看是第二个。迎接ES 残忍动画。就是用不同的形式表现这个交响乐的不同的面向。你在做总结吗？对，跟做总结。它这两个用不同的面向去展现这一个交响乐。总结我把它第三点，第二点我说是那个音乐的节奏感。
Okay, now guys, don't think about the music, don't think about the pattern. We just take this as the way the teachers want to teach the students. We'll not go into music, how to teach music. Okay, we're talking about the strategies, the general strategies.
Teaching methods, teaching strategies.
Okay, now at least we have 3 groups. Responses.
感官刺激，视觉刺激。
Okay, now here, now you focus on the music classes. Okay, so group 3, yours is gone. You want to repost it?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now we just have a look at group 2s because they posted first. All right. They say the first one is about the repetition, is the drill practice. Okay, it's just like in bilingual classes, we just practice vocabulary and vocabularies and vocabularies. And the second clip, it's about differentiation with different use different ways to help students learn. Okay, I don't know how you see the teamwork and the film, or what it is a film itself, but what I mean is the presentation of it. The teacher, the way, if the clip is a teacher's presentation, what kind of presentation it is, what kind of strategy the teacher applying. Okay, and the group 1 says the common between these 2 clips about the music, the visualization of the music. Okay, and they do teach students to recognize the notes. Okay, but the difference is one is more, like Jeffrey said, is a story. You can see a complete idea about the fate idea. Okay, and they say, well, we know how to do the drills, playing pianos, and we know the motion, we know the emotion of the music. And the first one is about the piano itself. But the second one is about the feel of the melodies. We have the major and the minor. The third, oh, that's so funny. The difficult music game, right? It looks like a game, okay? Like you are collecting points. And the sixth one is about the fate, the tragedy of life. And this symphony is about fate. It's about Beethoven's fate. Okay, so you are right. It's cool, but it's a reality. Okay, group 3 finally.
They had an internet problem. They were waiting for.
Yeah, but I got a group 3. So it's already up here.
You got it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first one is the combination of different elements. But I don't know what kind of elements you're talking about here. You mean the notes?
Notes.
Or the keys?
Yeah.
Or,
Keys.
yeah? Oh, yeah. Okay, right. And also the colors to represent, okay, they say the color represents different instruments. That's a good observation. Yeah. I don't know if it's like that, but it could be. And the second clip is about the rhythm of it, and it's about multimodality of the class, because it's a film itself, right? Like group 2's already say. All right. Okay, then talking about the strategy. You're right. The first is about the drills. Okay, if it's a music class, drilling is definitely a need. It's just like the language class. Drills is a need. You have something else? Yes, of course. Just like what you say here. Apart from the playing here, which group says? Oh yeah, here. Apart from playing correct notes, you definitely need to know what exactly a harmony is about. you definitely need to know what kind of performance that you want to present for your audience. So it's about your understanding about the music, about this piece. Okay, so it's not only for standardized, okay, 100, you're right. Okay, the notes are correctly played. Okay, standardized, but you have others to evaluate the students' performance. That is cool. That is good. Okay, and I like Group 3's original idea because I got Group 3's reply saying music is dangerous. Okay, and the evaluation of the music is dangerous, like here. The education just like a performance. It's not pieces. Yeah, we need to have a continuous and logical process. That's why we need a lesson plan. Okay, and if we have a proper lesson plan, and we need to use the lesson plan as a standard for your class delivery. That's good. Okay, and how will you make a nice class delivery? You will need to use teaching strategy, different teaching strategies. Okay, so you can have visualization. That's very good. Visualization, and another one is another is about the multimodality. It's not only visualization, it's 5 senses. So now we have the music. We hear the sound, right? We hear the music, and we can see the notes for click 1. And we see the story, we see the emotion, we see the tone from clip 2. Right, we see the visualization, but we have different effects. So now it's what you need to know. It looks like you have a lot of what we so-call the multimodality into your lesson plans, into your PowerPoint. But how are you gonna make this visualization just best fit for your outcome? If you have your classes with the click 1 strategy all the time, you're gonna fail your class. And if you have clip 2 style all the time, your student will never know what exactly they're learning. Okay, so that's why I say no clip is better than the other. The only thing you need to think about is how you use it. If you want to use a drill, if you want to maximize the importance of drills for this 20 minutes, you just use the strategy of drilling. If you consider the student need to know the background knowledge of the vocabulary, okay, then you just do it. But it will never be a complete class doing bilingual language switching or code switching, doing translation. No. So bilingual classes are exactly the same thing like the classes you are delivering in Chinese, because you need to know what exactly you want to give the student. That's the content. Okay, and what exactly you want the student learn from you, that's their performance. So all this, just like what you say here, right here, it's a process, okay? If we just made the class into pieces, we don't have the fade in and fade out, or what we said, exit and entry, entry and exit plan, the class is gonna be in broken pieces. Okay, let's get back to the textbook. If you find the textbooks are into pieces, then you are the one to make all these broken pieces, or what we call the puzzles. Okay, we collect the puzzles and make them into a nice picture at the end. So lesson planning is important. Reading others' lesson plans are important as well, because it's easier to see the problems from others, but it's really difficult to see the problem from our own work. Okay, because this is our logic. Okay, right, good. This is a very good discussion, and I just want you to know it. When you comment on the lesson plan, you need to see the logic. You need to see which class is this lesson plan about. If this is the first class, maybe you see the teacher with a lot of preaching or drills. A strategy are the best fit to initiate a class, to begin a class, to start a new concept. But when you proceed for lesson 2 or lesson 3, you may have something like the click 2. Why? Because you will have to include the prior knowledge, and you need to review the new knowledge, and you need to see if they understand it. Okay, so you can have more holistic ideas or the strategies to deliver or to organize an activity for your students. Don't be too greedy. When you see the lesson plan, don't just criticize on you just have too much drilling, but you need to have the logic of understanding. This is in the beginning of the class. Drills definitely is acceptable. But if it's in the middle and the teachers are still doing drills, it must be something wrong. Maybe it's the student. You set the goal here, and the students' level are here. So it might be the problem of the student because they're not following. So you need to lower the level of your lesson content to help students grow up. You need to wait until they are following and then go up to your level you just expect them to achieve. Okay, so if you're doing drilling all the time and the students are not understanding at all, it's not only students' problem, it's also teachers' problem. You need to change, you need to modify your content of the lessons. So again, let's get back. The subject content and the core ideas that you want the student to learn. So if the student cannot learn the course, how can you continue the class? Of course, you cannot. But there's one thing that you need to bear in mind, as you mentioned, differentiation. Definitely, we will have different levels of student in your class. And now it's double because we have the subject, right? The subject content difference. And also the English proficiency difference is a double difficulties for you. You need to see how much you want the student to reach. And then you can continue. Is 60% of the student follow and you continue, or 70% of the student can follow and you continue, or 80%. They cannot follow you, it's because the language barrier, or it's because they don't understand the subject, even in Chinese. Yeah, as a bilingual teacher, you have more to consider, you have more to worry about. If it's the language barrier, it's our problem because as a teacher, we cannot make the student there not understanding you just because they don't understand the language. So usually we will need to double check with the students. Okay, once you know if it's the content a knowledge problem or it's a language problem, language proficiency problem, then you need to modify your class. Okay, so from the lesson plans, it's really difficult to see if the teacher can take care of the students or not. So most of the time, when I supervise a teacher's performance for as a bilingual teacher, I would just say, you just send me your PowerPoint, because the PowerPoint is the media. You want to deliver the content, and the PowerPoint is the materials the student will learn from you along with their textbook. So the PowerPoint is also the bridge. So now you see, you are a bridge, and the PowerPoint is the bridge. So you need to be a good friend with your PowerPoint. Those two, you, the teacher, and your PowerPoint are the best bridge to help students learn the materials from the textbook. All right? Okay, now, can we just have a 10 minutes break?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah? Okay, after 10 minutes break, we will talk about the PowerPoint and also the B2 and students' language proficiency. Okay, any question at the moment?
Seems
All right.
no. Thank you.
Okay, then we will have 10 minutes break and see you in 10 minutes.